Alright guys, today we're here to do Star Wars Pinball VR. As soon as they showed the trailer for this game, I was super excited because not only am I a huge Star Wars fan, but I've recently gotten into pinball. You know, you guys have seen my videos on this channel with virtual pinball on my 4K cabinet. I actually got the Star Wars pinball machine from Arcade 1-Up that I did a review on as well. So because of that, I was really excited for this game. And the trailer also showed that this game was taking it a step further. It wasn't just going to be playing pinball in VR, but you were actually going to have a Star Wars fan cave, basically, where you can show off the collectibles that you can unlock throughout the game while you play these pinball tables. And then we're adding these mini games into the pinball tables that I was really excited to see what those were like. And you know, they have the Mandalorian table, which I've been loving that show, watching it. And now that we have a Mandalorian table in VR and in the pinball game, I was really excited for that too. So let's go ahead and dive into some gameplay.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Star Wars Pinball. So here is the main lobby here, as you guys have probably heard a lot about when we first watched the trailer of this game, which is basically your Star Wars room, your Star Wars man cave, your Star Wars, room where you can show off all your collectibles and stuff. And I think they actually did a really good job with the way that this is all laid out, because there's a lot of customization that can happen. So basically, you move around by using your hand here, and you can move around the whole entire space. As you can see here, you kind of start up there, and this is your walkway. And if you turn around here, you can see the first piece that we can actually change is the poster right here. And this is the one so far that I have unlocked. And when you get close to something that you can customize, you basically go up to it. It gives you the change decoration, and then you can see all of the different things that you can change here. For example, this poster here, these are the ones that you can unlock, and it tells you exactly what you need to do to unlock each one. As you guys can see here, there's a Darth Vader poster as well that's unlocked. And the same thing over here, so you can go here and change that poster. You can go around the bend here. Change this poster if you want. And they're all obviously going off the same one, but you can have all these different posters in different areas and stuff. Here behind the bar, as you call it, is the leaderboard functionality. So once you come over here, you press leaderboards, and you can kind of see your overall scores that are happening between each of these games. This takes a little bit of while to load. Seems like there's a lot of activity, so it seems like they have the score is taking a long time to load. But this is where you would come to look at the leaderboards if you wanted to. Here on the left-hand side is a jukebox. We can't play music here, of course, because of the copyright, but you can see all of the different music that's here. I hope that they actually continue to add more, because there's definitely more that they can add. You can see that there's the Mandalorian stuff here, which is cool, and some of the other ones from like Rogue One, Empire Strikes Back, of New Hope. So I hope that they can actually continue to add more of these songs, because that's really cool. You can hit play on those, and you can be, wandering around in your environment and playing pinball and stuff, and you can, do that. So you can customize posters, you can customize a song that's in the background that you guys are seeing here, and you can come over here, and you can also customize other things. So you can see right here is this little shelf, so you can pick each self shot, and this is where you can show off helmets that you've unlocked. So here's one that I've unlocked, and you can kind of leave that helmet over there on that side, and then you can come over here and pick another one as you unlock these different helmets. So here's another one that I unlocked, so I could put that there. And then for the last slot, I don't think, and then there's some lightsabers you can show off, and then of course Boba Fett's helmet in here. And then of course the one I want to show off, which is the Mandalorian, which is sitting here, which I'm actually halfway to unlock. Even more stuff, and this is all stuff that you unlock as you're seeing through gameplay. So you can come over here. If you step back a little bit, you can also put stuff on your bookcase here. You can see that I actually already have one there. But as you unlock stuff over here, you can change, different pieces of Star Wars stuff that you can unlock, different ships that you can show off, and different collectibles. And you can put them here. You can see, like I said, one of mine is sitting up there. So that's really cool. You can customize that. Here's where you can put your giant figures. So if you come over here, as you unlock these, you can put the figures here. And these look really cool. I don't have any more to place, but you can see them over there. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Here in front of the TV is where you would go to the main menu to look at some career stuff, some operations that you may be doing, and choosing your side. So what's really cool about this game is you actually get to choose your side, the light side or the dark side. And what's really cool, as you guys are reading here, is that depending on which side you choose, I chose the light side, of course, is over here by the pinball, you guys can see that there is ships on top, right? And that means that those ships on top, you can actually see who has more ships, and that's kind of who's winning the side of the battle. So you can see, like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships are coming from the light side, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's more people on the dark side than on the light side, and it's not who's more on that side, but it's who's winning. So when you pick a side, your scores are contributing to the light and the dark side, and whoever's winning that tide and whoever's winning that battle, more ships show up on that side to tell you who's winning and how much they're winning by. So as of right now, the dark side seems to be a little bit in the lead. Yesterday when I logged in, the light side was winning by a couple, so you can see it's evening itself out. Another thing you can customize is this actual rug, so you can come in here and choose a little bit of rug. So you can see right now what's selected here is the Darth Vader, but you can customize that rug. You can see here outside what that looks like here. Can't actually go outside, but it is there. Here is the figures I was talking about, so I have 2 standing over there. This one just kind of stands there. You can't actually change this one, but it looks freaking fantastic. More posters that you can put on the wall. Again, more of the figures that can go here. These are your achievements that you can show off. So I've already unlocked one achievement when you log in, so you can see that these are the different achievements that you're trying to get, to kind of put that in there and take a look. More posters, again, with the figures here. And over here is more achievements that you can unlock as well, on each of the tables. So yeah, I think the layout of the room is fantastic. I think overall for a Quest game, I think this looks really, really good. I know I saw some people complaining that the graphics weren't amazing compared to Pinball FX2 that also came out on the Quest. And well, I'll show you some gameplay, of course, of the tables here in a minute, which we'll get into the 2 new ones. But I think there's a lot more going on here than the original. I hope that they, of course, improve it, because it's definitely, the tables themselves aren't as sharp as what Pinball FX was. But I still think they look really good, especially for all of this stuff that's going on. You know, with you having a fan cave, basically, of Star Wars. And this is awesome, because when friends come over, they can see what achievements you've unlocked, what helmets you've unlocked, how you have it organized, what you have showing off over there, what kind of posters you're showing off and stuff. And I hope that they actually continue to add more over time, because there is a lot here to unlock, but I hope that they actually continue to add more, you know, things for you to unlock, so our fan caves can become even more different than each other. You know, being able to customize this rug, for example, would be cool. Customizing that Star Wars rug over there would be cool. Just like they did that rug over there, but just to give it even more flexibility on what this room could actually look like. But this is fantastic stuff. But let's go ahead and get into some pinball. Let's come up to the table. And of course, it does come with 8 different tables here. I'm going to show you a couple of the 2 new ones here. So Star Wars and Mandalorian, and the classic collectibles one. So let's start off with the classic collectibles one first. So you can see here goes into the loading table, and you of course have the option of doing classic mode or arcade mode. Arcade mode is when you can use those force powers when you've unlocked them. But we're going to do classic mode. So you hold the A button to get the ball out.
And hit the TIE Fighter ramp with it.
And then you hit the pull back the trigger. And
you can change the X-Wing ramp with the launch button.
Now, I'm not a great pinball player by any means. So if that's what you guys are looking for, I'm sorry you came to the wrong video for that. I'll show you guys some gameplay, but as far as being skilled at pinball, that's not going to happen here. But hopefully we can see some stuff. So you can see the DMD up there, what that's going on in here. These 2 figures are moving around. So this table I think looks good. I think they did a really good job with this table as far as how everything looks. The lightsabers, all the toys that you know, you look. And we just lost that one.
All lost.
Look at this Millennium Falcon coming right on top of me.
Feed the upper flipper and hit the TIE fighter ramp with it.
And each table, I don't know what we're going to see because it's always different, but each table has like... Oh, Jesus, that's terrible.
So fast.
Each table has like mini games and stuff that pop up. Some of the mini games even pop up like in front of you and stuff. There's some really cool stuff that they can do with digital pinball that you can't do on a regular pinball table in VR, and it's fantastic. Yeah, really bad.
Feed the upper flipper and hit the TIE fighter ramp with it.
Hide the Falcon, go for the saucer. Oh, I just had it. Oh!
2, 1. Time
Missed it. Yeah, but like I said, like having these things roaming around you and stuff while you're playing the table in VR really adds to the experience. Playing this table in VR is like nothing. Even if you've played pinball before, playing these tables in VR is just such more of a fantastic ordeal than what. And I have a virtual pinball machine, and while I like that pinball machine, and there's definitely a place for that, playing VR and pinball is just taking that to a whole new level. There those go.
all lost.
And he just fell over, and he just fell over. So we know we got a game over. And here's our total score. So here's what we got. We got Jabba the Hutt for our cabinet shelf. We got another poster. We got the Star Wars Trilogy poster. Awesome. And we got a new song, the Cantina Band, for the jukebox. So as you can see, you're unlocking things as you're playing. And then you get your score. I got a 10,335,506. Previous best. I haven't played this table before. And the 4 score and the team score, which is what I was talking about here with the light and the dark side. But like I said, this thing's taking a while to load. They definitely have a patch to put out. There's only 2 issues that I've noticed so far, which is how long this is taking to load, and sometimes it doesn't load at all, which I'm sure they're aware of and they have to put a patch out for. And then sometimes there's certain spots on the floor that you'll fall through, which they have to put a patch out for if you walk around. I don't know exactly what those spots are, but I have seen it being reported. But I'm sure they'll have a patch out in a couple days. That has to happen. You don't fall through the floor where you're playing the pinball table. I'm talking about when you're walking around the actual room here as we were doing before. All right, so let's exit this. We'll do the Mandalorian table last. So let's go ahead and do one of the tables that you guys are familiar with seeing before, because these 2 were the new ones. So you guys can kind of compare, you know, what you guys have seen before. So let's go ahead and do A New Hope. You can see the environments in here. This is awesome. So I think there's just a lot more going on here that, you know, this is why I was talking about. There's a lot of things going on in the environment as you're playing. It's not just the pinball. It's what's happening here, being in this room. And he's over here as well. So let's go ahead and check this out.
Choose your skill shot.
TK421 reporting.
Yeah, I'm all ready.
Let him go. Stay on the lead.
Look at this, a droid on the scanner, dead ahead. Might be our little R2 unit. Hit the accelerator.
Just as I expected.
That was terrible. Again, not here for skill. I'm still learning pinball. I'm still relatively new to pinball. I've only started playing pinball basically like a couple of months ago.
Here's where the fun begins.
Yeah, my virtual pinball skills are pretty bad, but like I said, pinball for me is relatively new. Only started getting into it a couple months ago, so I'm pretty bad, as you guys are seeing. But the skill gives you an idea of what is going on. You can see after we're hitting those bumpers that we're doing a mission.
R2-D2, where are you? I told him not to go, but he's faulty, malfunctioning. Kept babbling on about his mission. Advance, where have you been?
We're a little rushed, so if you'll just get on board, we'll get out of here.
We're on scene 1. There we go.
I want her alive.
There she is. Set for stun.
Hit the ball to the left of the orbit.
Bonus multiplier increased.
No!
Lack of faith disturbing. Just as I expected.
Well, there that goes.
Choose your skill shot, fuzzball.
Commence final ignition.
And there that goes.
Move along.
Oh, we got a ball save.
Sand people were worse.
Oh boy.
Expected.
No reward is worth this.
This will be a day long remembered.
And we got a game over again. We did get another poster though, so that's not bad. And 1 million to score that everyone knows is terrible. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish this off with The Mandalorian. And unfortunately, you know, you need to actually be good at pinball to show you the stuff I wanted to show you. But you guys have seen the trailers where, like, you know, there's mini games that happen throughout the game when you probably beat a certain scene or something, and you're going through the scene. Sometimes Darth Vader will pop up in front of you, and you'll have to not just play pinball, but you'll come over here and have like a little quick lightsaber duel battle where Darth Vader's trying to hit you and you have to try and block him, and then you'll go back to playing the table. So there's little mini games within the actual tables, and you guys can explore that for yourself. But one of them is the one that we all see in the trailer where you're blocking the lightsaber in your hand with Darth Vader, and there's another one where you're going through like a speed bike thing. So there's things like that that keep VR interesting and keep what makes pinball in VR interesting is that you're not just playing the table, but Zen is also adding mini games while you're playing the table. And again, if you're a pinball enthusiast and you just want the core experience, maybe that's not cool for you, but for me, I think that's awesome to add that element into VR pinball because I think that's what makes it stand out from a regular pinball machine. All right, so let's finish this off with the Mandalorian table, the one that I actually have played. I actually didn't do terribly when I played this last time. You can see what this looks like here. Go ahead and press launch. There's my Mandalorian. Hey, Baby Yoda. All right, here we go. I think last time I played this, I got like 20 million or something, and that's a great way to start.
I want my next job.
And each table, of course, has like a bunch of special things that you could do. You can go in and read the tables before you play them, so they can tell you exactly what each table does, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to hit, how you can do certain things. So all of that information is there if you want to see it. And everyone else was also talking about, like, you know, going back to the graphic things, is that they couldn't read the DMD. I'm reading the DMD just fine. It's obviously not the most crystal clear thing in the world or anything. Like, we're not playing in 4K here. We are playing on a Quest 2 that's mobile. Like, you gotta keep that in mind. Oh, here we go. We just got put into the game. What do we gotta do? Aim the flamethrower with the flipper buttons. Oh, this is awesome. So you gotta hit the ball with the flamethrower. I played this before and never got this. So this is what I'm talking about, the minigame. So this is perfect timing. So I just got put into the table there for a second. I lost the ball. But that is cool. And I bet every table probably has something like that, at least one. But it was cool that I was able to show you guys that. But yeah, I could read that DMD just fine. I don't have any issue with reading that DMD. Like, when I see text and I see the score and stuff, I could read it just fine.
Oh, what the
Yeah, we just lost that too.
Come on. Come
Okay.
on. You got this.
Should have used nudge. Oh, what do we have here?
This is below expectations.
Well, looks like
And we got a game over. Oh, that actually loaded. You can see. 4 score, 2,726 team score. Previous best. So you can see it was not 20, it was 12. But yeah, guys, that's a little bit of the gameplay of what you guys can expect here. I mean, like I said, to give you guys a little bit more into the detail of these graphics that people are complaining about, I think it looks really good in here. I think the tables look really good and they're well designed. Again, is it like the most clearest thing in the world if you zoom in on things? Not always, but like, for example, this decoration here, if I zoom in like this, it still looks good. It's not like blurry or anything. The statues probably look the best. If I zoom into this one, you know, obviously that's it's obviously blurry there, but like when you're looking at it, you know, from a regular distance like this looks fantastic. And yes, if you get closer to things, it is going to, you know, not look as good close up, because obviously they have to make sacrifices somewhere playing on a Quest 2 platform of it being mobile. But when you're just walking around, you're looking at everything in the environment. Look at this. It looks fantastic what you're in and what we're able to do with the Quest 2 platform. And again, while you're playing the tables, I think it looks good. The DMD looks good. And even if it's a little bit less quality as far as sharpness goes compared to Pinball FX2 tables, there's a lot more going on here. You're in the room now with a lot more things going on with the music playing, with this all being behind the scenes and stuff, with the statues and the posters that you can customize that you can technically still see while you're playing if you decide to turn around. So all of that is obviously taking up resources that Pinball FX2 wasn't doing. So I think that's everything I have to show you guys here in the game. Let's go ahead and wrap this up at the table. Alright guys, so that was Star Wars Pinball VR. So I was really, really happy with this game, guys. You know, like I said, I was looking forward to this game ever since it was announced, and I got exactly kind of what I was looking for. I wanted a fan cave in VR to show off the collectibles that I have and to customize it. And they actually did a pretty good job of allowing you a lot of different items to customize. There's not like 2 or 3 for each category, but there's a lot. There's like 10 posters that you can do. There's a bunch of 14 songs or something like that that you can unlock in the jukebox, so you can listen to those songs and while you're in there playing VR pinball. So you got all the figure statues that you can unlock, all the collectibles on the shelf, all the helmets that you can unlock, the rugs that you can unlock over there by the TV area. So a lot to keep you busy and a lot to make it personalized. And I hope that this isn't the end of the road for them for Star Wars VR. I hope that their plans are to add even more collectibles while you're playing the game, because I think that would really, really keep the community engaged and keep us playing. Because, you know, the rug that's in the center, let us customize that. The rug that's underneath the pinball machine, let us customize that. So we can already make the fan cave pretty much our own with the rug in front of the TV and some of the posters and stuff. But if they let us customize that gigantic rug in the middle and the rug underneath the pinball table and, you know, some other stuff, and keep adding more songs, because they could definitely add more Star Wars songs than what's in there and stuff like that, I think we'll keep coming back for more, and it's going to make our fan caves look even better and even more stand out from each other. But I think this is awesome, and I hope that they continue to add more things to unlock, and this isn't the end of the road for them as far as content for this game. The other thing I got to mention is I hope that they do something just like this again with another property. Like Marvel, for example. Obviously, the next one that I would assume that if they were going to do something like this, that they would probably lean into Marvel because it's another huge property that they already have all the tables for in standard VR. Or sorry, in standard pinball, that they can do something just like this. A fan cave of Marvel, all these things that you can unlock and stuff would do the exact same thing that this is doing. And I hope that in a year or two, or however long it takes them to do it, that is on their bucket list, because I want that for sure after playing this. So as far as the pinball goes, there's 8 tables in here. You know, you can play the classic mode that I showed here in the gameplay, where you get 3 balls and you try to get the highest score. There's also the career mode, where you play a progression of tables in a certain order and doing certain missions as you play them. And of course, then there's the arcade mode, where you use the force powers and stuff that we're all used to from Zen Studios doing their other pinball tables in standard 2D. And you can do that as well and unlock these force powers and stuff. So that's really, really cool. Also, another thing that's really cool is that you can actually select, like I showed you guys, the light and the dark side. So depending on what side you choose, you're contributing your score every time you play to that side. And then depending on who's winning throughout that time, you can see above your actual pinball machine who has more ships on the left or right. And that kind of tells you who's winning, which is really, really cool and gives you an incentive to, again, be in the fan cave, look up and see it. The pinball tables that they all did look fantastic in VR. I think they did a really good job with the Mandalorian table and the tour table. Those are the 2 new ones for here. The other ones being creations in VR that were already existing in 2D. And there are more Star Wars tables out there. So again, I hope that they add more, because obviously it'd be great to get all the Star Wars tables in one game, not, you know, not have all of them in here. So I hope that they add the other Star Wars tables in VR. I hope this game does well for them to be able to do that. But what's here is great, a good content in here, and a lot to keep you busy for $25, in my opinion, that this game girly goes for. The only complaint I saw people online talking about before, you know, I did my review and I started playing it and I started looking for it, is everyone loved the tables, everyone loved the Mandalorian, everyone loved the fan cave and stuff, but everyone kept harping on the fact that, you know, Pinball FX2 VR, which released, you know, a couple of years ago, was sharper in graphics and textures than this game did. And I went back and forth and I looked at them and I was like, all right, maybe Pinball FX did look sharper when you went up close to objects and stuff. But this has a lot more going on. You have, like I was talking about throughout the video, you're in the video, or you're in Pinball VR and you can see your whole fan cave around you. You got the music going from the jukebox if you wanted to. You have all the statues that you have. You have all the posters that you can customize. You have the figures and you know, Mandalorian and stuff standing next to you moving while you're playing the pinball game. Sometimes you get mini games that you guys saw, like the Mandalorian one when I was shooting the fire extinguisher and stuff. You know, there's a lot of different things that happen in the game, and a lot of different things that you know, are going to take power from a Quest 2 mobile platform. And I think personally, the fan cave and stuff looks fantastic. Yes, if you go up to objects in the fan cave and you put your head right like this, are the textures blurry? Yes. Are the textures blurry when you're playing the actual pinball table? No, I think they look pretty good. You saw me go up close to Mandalorian and stuff. I could still see most of that stuff, you know, on there. The only time I had a little bit of issue was when that text was really small on the table and then you zoomed in. It was hard to read the text when you zoomed in that close. But the actual textures of the actual environment and stuff, as you guys saw me zoom into the Mandalorian table, I think they look good. As good as you can expect them to look like on a mobile platform like this. And the fan cave, when you're just walking around and looking at your statues, looking at your posters and stuff, they look clear, they look sharp, and they look good. Again, if you go like this right in front of them and you're staring at a centimeter away from your face, yes, some of the textures you're going to come across are definitely going to look blurry and more blurry than Pinball FX2 did. But I'll gladly take the caveat of this, where everything still looks really, really good and has a lot more going on. And they're giving us a lot more with this fan cave that we can customize than Pinball FX2, where it was just like a, you know, a standard space that everybody had. So if that's the trade-off, then I'm fine with it. But of course, if they can improve it in patches, go ahead, because obviously the better they can improve the graphics, the better. I'm not saying that this game is perfect in graphics. I'm saying that it's really, really good, and I don't think most people are going to have an issue unless if you go in there trying to zoom in on things all day long. But the pinball tables look good. The DMD screen looks good. You could read it and stuff like that, and I think everything looks really, really good. And I'm having a blast playing this Star Wars game in VR. And this makes me excited for pinball. Even though I just got into pinball recently with my 4K pinball and my Star Wars table, VR pinball is a whole different experience that you guys have to play. If you guys are pinball fans, playing something like this in VR is freaking fantastic. It's a way different experience of what pinball is like normally. And this one's taken up even more of a notch just because of the room that you're in and the people that are walking around when you're playing VR on the table. But just looking at that VR pinball table in 3D, having those mini games show up throughout the game really takes it to that next level, guys. So Zen Studios, if you guys are watching this video, I hope that you continue to add more collectibles and stuff to this game, more ways that we can customize, and I hope you guys do Marvel next with the exact same mentality of this game, because the game is overall fantastic. And I hope you guys, if you guys can improve the graphics for those people, for textures and stuff, if you can, do it. But I think it looks really, really good regardless as it stands. So if you guys have any questions about what you guys seen in today's video, guys, as always, leave those questions down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.